Have yet to leave, I'm still breathing. To quit, I have no reason. I mean, I must leave, but I be trying to live my dream. I cannot even act if it's all easy. Either you gon' do it or you don't really. It ain't no in between. Baby, you can ask the sun. It's an everyday thing. Consistency in your routine is how you bring reality.
Working like that's how I make masterpiece. Living like a god, I lay at night, I rest in peace. They remember me.
Peace.
Peace. Peace, everybody. We just get started. Got to get clean my glass real fast because I can't see. I can't see, Malik. Getting my tea. Had a great day. We'll give everybody a couple seconds to get in the house.
Yeah. Let me go. I need some water. I'll be right back.
Yeah, take your time. I'm going to clean my glasses too. I got to clean my glasses real fast. All right. Peace, everybody. You're going to be started in 1 second. Peace, and love, and light. Come on, get in here. Share the live, share it. Peace, and love and light to everybody. Peace and love. Share the wisdom with your friends. We getting off our knees. We standing up and arising, baby. Peace. Peace. Come on. Malik, you back?
Yep.
All right. Can you get a our Moorish American prayer?
Allah, Father of the universe, Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is our protector, our guide, and our salvation. By night and by day, through his holy prophet, Drew Ali, Amen Ashay, Shalom Alakim, Arashah, Islam Nizam.
Peace. Usually Brian be here to do our how the BBT believe in our aims, but our noble not here, so I know he gonna join us in a minute. So I always like to let him do that. So we're gonna get into the teachings. But man, peace, Malik. I see you looking very, very Moorish over there, brother.
That's an everyday thing, man.
You know, noble. Looking very Moorish. As always, and gratitude, man, for your consistency, man, training us, working us out every day. And y'all more than welcome to join us. Y'all follow my noble on social media, man. We love everybody to get with us, to get your mind and your body and your spirit right. Because that's what it is about, man. It's about you.
Raising your vibration. Yeah. Raising your level of vibration for self.
What you say, Malik? Tell him again. You say we doing what?
Raising your level of vibrations for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
To have understanding and clarity.
Come on, Noble. Yeah, this weather crazy in Michigan, man. Got my nose around it. Got to come back.
Got it going up.
Got to come back to that sunshine. But
No, what?
that's
It's
what I'm.
beautiful out here in Cali.
Shoot, with 100 degrees back at the crib.
Dang. I can hear that.
Absolutely. But gratitude to everyone, man. Here at the BBT, we don't gravitate to one science where we miss the essence of the rest. We are under the triple rose. We understand all the three religious rites, the Paraclete, the Fatimite, the Jerusalem, the Christian per se. We are adapts. We are adapt thinkers. We're tasawwuf. We're Sufi. We don't gravitate to no wisdom outside of ourself. Anything outside of ourself is true shirk. You can believe and do what you want to do. But here at the BBT, this is a safe place. This is a school. We're here to learn. And that's what we're here to do. We're not here to argue with each other. We're not here to debate. If that's what you want to do, there's other platforms for you to do that. This platform is a safe place. This is an educational house, and we teach and we lecture here. If you'd like to give donation to our temple and school, you can, and we give you books and things. So those are my rules when you're here. We're here to learn. We're not here to argue with people. I don't care about your religious perspective. You will be blocked with the swiftness. I just have to put out my rules because a lot of times different nationalities be upset with things. And I say, man, truth has no sides. We're here to learn. So before we get into the main topic, I just want to illuminate a little bit of the pinal, or they like to say the secrets, but I like to say the sacredness of subconsciousness, the sacredness, So I always talk about the mind. I always talk about the mind is a terrible thing to waste, education and wisdom. And that's the key. Why? Because we had religion forever. Education and wisdom and understanding is key. And what? Understanding finances. I'm trying to tell you, we must understand finances. We can't just be, caught up in one level of spirituality and then we're not economically astute. We don't understand group economics. We have to, because others use these things for power while we're on our knees. Remember what I'm saying, and this is a fact. So let's talk about the mind. Wait, let me blow my nose, man. Sorry about that. Apologies. But your subconscious mind has immense powers in controlling all our life experiences. Just like when I talk about the Akashic records and I say, you have to find who you are. You understand that you have a family crest, a coat of arms, but then individually, you have to understand who you are. From the types of food you eat, activities that we like to do, even the level of income we earn, even how we react to stressful situations. Why? Because everyone on here react to stressful situations. They have a thing now, they make excuses, they call it anxiety. You know what anxiety is? You're just not prepared. That's anxiety. Anxiety doesn't even exist, just like time doesn't exist. We in the right now. Time doesn't exist. Why? Because there never was a time when man was not. Every bit of it is guided by our subconscious beliefs and interpretations. What I'm saying, brothers and sisters, your subconscious mind is like the autopilot featured on a lot of airplanes. Hey, some cars have it now. Look how time has progressed. And you still got people in the olden days. Okay, after you talk about the olden days, where is your progression? Because we not on a rotary phone. And I don't use the pay phone. Hello. It has been pre-programmed to follow a specific route. And you cannot deviate from that route unless you do what? Change the directions. Change the directions program into it. Number uno. Watch this. Watch this. The subconscious is the part of your hippocampus, your mind, that operates below your normal level of waking consciousness. Like when I talk about super consciousness and all these levels of these operation functions of the hippocampus. Right now, our primary using, or you may be primary using your conscious mind to do what? Read words and things. And then when you read the words, you use that mind to absorb the meanings. But underneath, it's a layer. Under that mental focus, what we're talking about is that subconscious mind is busily working, undercover, absorbing or rejecting information based on an existing perception that you have of the word around you. I hope you feel what I'm saying. You have to, because we can't deny science. You say you love more science. Well, we're dealing with more science. I'm building the body. This existing perception began forming when we were in the mother's womb. With every experience, our subconscious mind soaks in information like a sponge. It rejected nothing while we were young because we didn't have any pre-existing beliefs to contradict what it perceives. Stay with me. Stay in context. It simply accepted that all of the information that we were receiving during our early childhood was true. Watch this, how I paint this picture. We can probably see why this may become an issue later as we get older. You feel what I'm saying? You hear people why things happen as they get older and a lot of stuff they haven't got over.
Well,
You see? It's there. It's there. Every time someone called you big eye or this, that, and the other, the toothpick, they looking in your eye, you know? They looking at the toothpick in your eye. They calling you this or worthless or this and the other. Your subconscious mind just stored that information. Where? Away. It stored it away. It put it in a where? It put it in a file. It put it in a place we like to call in this context in a reference per se. And you may also have received messages about our potential life, the limitations, things you will be faced with, your physical abilities, your skin color, your gender, your economic status. And by the time we reach, say, 7 or 8, we already had a solid foundation of our belief. How? Based on all that programming from what? People in your life. What? The people, the television, things we watch, and other environmental influences. We painting a picture. We're talking about the mind. How does this old programming affect you now? It's things when you can look at science. When I look at the brain, when I tell people the brain, it tells things, and you can see certain things based off the brain pattern. I'll show you all this stuff, man. This is real science. When I say we have to understand who we are, I promise you, that's the whole key. This is biology, metaphysics. This is everything. We building up the body. We building up the perfect man from no biasness. Watch this. Watch this. Now that we becoming adults, because remember in the biblical scriptures it says, "Well, now the child I act like a child, I thought like a child." X, Y, Z. We familiar with that. You may think you can simply discard the hurtful or untrue messages that you absorbed during the early life, but that's not it. Watch this. Remember that all of this information, where is stored below, where your level of conscious awareness. We all know this. The only time we become aware of it is when it limits your progress in creating a balanced, a successful, and productive life. You see what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? We're talking about universal healing. Just think about it. Have you ever tried to achieve a goal? And then I say, you start to sabotage yourself at every turn. Think about these things. But then when you say, oh, this is anxiety, this, and that, and the other, listen, sabotage is another word to me in the science stand, the context of not being prepared. When you're not prepared, you lack off, then you quit. We all been there. And if you haven't, then, hey, my brother, high five to you. And it's important to know that you are not defective or doomed to fail no matter what you do. That's not the case. That's not the case, my brothers and sisters. What's happening is you stuck in the old program message, that conflict with the new conditions you want to create. Remember, if all my brothers that say they study the scriptures, what? In the beginning was the word, what? And the word was made flesh. You can create and dominate. Words have spells. And we could put words together and make compound words. Come on now. And this is excellent news because it means you can achieve just about anything. If you numero uno, the time to what? Reprogram your subconscious mind. You must reprogram what? Resurrect what? Your subconscious mind. Go back to what you are. Go back to what you are. Nobody can have a problem with that because we a universal brotherhood. No biasness on nothing. You remember this. And before you learn how to reprogram your subconscious, it's important to know that the programming still continues with every experience that we have. We draw certain conclusions and store these messages that will guide us in our future actions. I'll give you an example per se. What kind of message do you think would be stored if you were rejected by someone you cared about? Think about that. That'll be stored somewhere. That'll be put in a certain place. You see? And your subconscious mind, I like to call it that eye detective, would immediately go hunting through your memories and find other examples of rejection because you put these things together like a puzzle. Like the time someone did this to you, or the time this happened, or the time you wasn't a popular kid. You know, you start bringing these things up and draw a conclusion that you're somehow unworthy or unlovable and deserve to be rejected. This is the doubt. We removing the doubt. We removing the doubt. Why? Because the mental, I'm telling you, the mental is so powerful. Now, here's the thing. If you have an experience that conflicts with an already established belief per se, your subconscious mind will either reject it or reframe it. So it goes along with your existing view of reality. You see how I explained that? I hope people can catch that because that pendulum just went to the left and to the right. Stay in context. I'll give you another example per se. Say that you have an underlying belief that you're the finest thing in the world. When I would talk about subjective or objective, but let's just say that. And an attractive person expresses an interest in getting to say, hey, I want to know you a little bit better. And most likely, the first thing you're going to think is that it must be a joke or a crude trick. You won't believe that this person could find you attractive because you already believe what? That you're not. Think about what I'm saying. When people be saying, oh man, I'm beneath or she beneath or this and that, or I ain't on that level. Why? Because you already made in your mind, in your subconscious mind, that this is exactly who I am. The mirror only projects what it sees. The mirror only projects what it sees. I hope y'all following me what I'm saying. What I'm saying, when you follow me, you can get to your place. What? Who you are, knowing you. Then you either reject that person before they can reject you. Sounds familiar? That pendulum swing both ways.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. or otherwise do sometime to sabotage what could have been a great, how can I say, relationship. And it don't have to be male and female. It can be the brotherhood. This is what I be saying. And you sabotage it. Why? Because the folly that you in. The mind is not made up. You haven't got a flush and fill. You're not willing to get a flush and fill and reboot your hard drive. You see, the truth is so easy. And that's what people don't understand when you can't handle the truth. You say you want the truth. Why? Because the truth is like sweet music. The truth, you know the truth, and you should gravitate to it. That's why I said we a stiff neck, and it's okay, but we going somewhere. Let's proceed. The same thing happens when we struggle to achieve our goals. Eventually, we start to believe that we aren't capable of success. So we come to expect failure and end up doing just that over and over and over and over again, till you look back and you be like, man, I've done these things, and what I've done, I've continued to what? Lead myself on a road to what? No success. Why? Because the things that I'm doing is guaranteeing me what? The same thing. It's like pouring new wine in old vessels. Think about it. As Brian say, wrap your mind around it. And you probably can imagine more situations where your subconscious mind, it halters you. But we reprogramming it. It's a simple matter if you know how. See, this is what we talking about. We got to, let me see what time. Okay, we on good time. So
it's like using the word I can't, right?
Yes, sir.
And then telling yourself, I am going to accomplish this.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. And then, like Malik know, how we together, how we brothers, we vibrate, we link up. Because if he's good at a skill and I'm good at a skill, and we come together, these are tools in the toolbox. We linking up. See, we have enough gratitude for each other. When he see me and when I see him, I see myself, he see himself. So it's an automatic connection. Why? Because we better together than separate. That's why. And then when me and him together, and if other brother that's vibrating like that, we're going to attract more like minds. See, that's how this works. This is a vibration. This is what I be telling brothers, and it's just time. Why? Because this is what most happens when the lights get cut on. The clean glass and the dirty glass. I understand. We ain't going nowhere. So auto-suggestion, the beginnings of subconscious reprogramming. We must reprogram the mind, our mental, how we talk to each other. Our whole demeanor on this social media must what? Shift. I'm telling you. And the concept of reprogramming the subconscious derives from the auto-suggestion techniques found by a lot of practical things that you can do. You know? And this is what I tell everyone. How do we do this? What do we do? It's many ways to do these things. But you don't limit yourself. You can work on these things. Like I'll give you a few instances or just some life experiences when I talk about environmental influences. You know, like sometimes your environment influence your subconscious. What do I mean? You on a level where you're elevated and the creator telling you, you must link with people. You must do this, and you limit it. So your environment is toxic. And we won't even clean our environment. Why? When the spirit telling us how your environment, I'm not saying your room is dirty. I'm not saying it's a biohazard per se, but what I'm saying, mentally, spiritually, and physically, your environmental influences is at a tittle. And there's no reason. Just like my professor would say, he was like, you have a full library. Everybody should be hitting you up. He's like, it's new technology. Everybody have ebooks. We travel. And y'all print expensive and rare books. I'm like, yeah. Come on. We just got to keep going. It's the environment. So if we into this and we say we scholars and we educators and you dealing with a brother like that and got brothers that's like that, and we have a full library and this and that and the other for our community, then the environment should be what? Continue to be built. Think about what I'm saying. We can make it a positive but it swings both ways. You got to understand your subconscious mind is absorbing information constantly and drawing conclusions and forming beliefs based on that information. What you mean? If you watching social media all day and you watching a whole bunch of people that's not telling the truth, what you gonna get in your head when you see somebody that may look, or they may have on some of the things that represent who we are, but then your subconscious mind will deter you. That's the work that we have to dig through. When I say we courting our brothers and sisters, and if your daily environment is filled with negativity and strife, you got to imagine what kinds of messages are being absorbed in your mind. This is what I be telling brothers and sisters. I be like, oh, you ain't got to tell me. All I got to do is see what you're doing. And I can see what's being absorbed in your mind. Wooly Dino made a song called My Mind Playing Tricks on Me. I'd be like, oh yeah, this person mind playing tricks on him. Why? Because you see the games that's being played. The first action is to strictly limit it. That's the first thing. You must limit the negativity that you're exposed to. From this second right here, you must limit it. Avoid watching all those things that's negative, unless you must have to. You must avoid spending too much time with toxic people. It sucks up your animal instincts. I'm telling you what I know. It sucks it up. It sucks it. And some people, just like vampire energy suckers, absorbs your energy, keep you in that hamster wheel. Instead, seek out positive information to read and watch. I have a full library with 100 books, with over 1 million books and manuscripts. No cap. I converted so much. I did just like Google did. I converted a plethora of books to ebooks, expensive. I'm part of organizations. My moosies will tell you, we have a full functioning library. One of my professors said, man, your library is more extensive than Harvard, Oxford, Cambridge. And I know it is because the work that I put in, and I'm not bragging, I just know. And spend most of your time with positive, successful people. And over time, you will find that more encouraging messages are being absorbed in your mind. Why? Because that's all we're talking about. If you're around uplifting and people talking about building and understanding group economics and talking about micro and macro and tax codes and all this and doing things the right way and talk about how to operate as a business and DBA and all this stuff and different trust funds for yourself on real things when you really have assets, that's the information that you want to store in your hippocampus. And the only thing that's going to start coming out is that same beautiful thing. No matter what level of wisdom that we're speaking on, which will alter the way you see yourself and your potential. I promise you this. The way you see yourself, environment, the things that happen in your life. If something don't change, if you don't have a map and a guide, that subconsciousness as an adult, it can still be what? At a flicker. You know how you had that gas stove, it be tick, 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 voof. You want to get to the voof. Even when I talk about things like music, like vibration. You say what, Noble?
I said flame on.
Yeah. Even the arts and the music. Even nature. Like my Noble, he said he just went for a walk after he did the More Power workout. It's artwork that sends positive vibrations and put a smile on your face. You can't sit up here and tell me it ain't nothing that you look at and be like, man, that put a smile on your face. Okay, well, you got to do more of that. When I say, if you like good music, that means something. My boy, Brian Hicks Bay, Transportation of Raw Material. If you like hip hop, check his album out, streaming on all platforms. If you like other music, listen to a brother called Lucky Dubé and Tarrus Riley. You're going to be like, man, yeah, this is some good ride music. Just giving some of my suggestions.
Absolutely, it sure is.
Yeah. But when I talk about these things, y'all, these things have been practiced around the world. Doctors they be conducting research in the ability of music to put the mind in a relaxed state and aid the healing process. You know, they have discovered that classical music, even Mozart, is able to shift the brain into a proper alpha state required for subconscious reprogramming to have its full effect. I'll show y'all. It's very smooth. It's on a certain frequency. The alpha state of the brain wave occurs when you daydream, or you may be placed under a form of hypnosis, during which your brain is more conductive to suggestion. I can call that, but we can, it's just, how can I say, a form of meditation and contemplating, and you can go into a hypnosis. It's very, I'm not going to say it's a very easy thing to do, but with practice, that's how you get better at things. I say it like that. Everyone have different tastes. So you got to find the right taste for you that can put you in a relaxed state. What puts me in a relaxed state might not put you in a relaxed state, because my relaxed state might go like this. Doom, 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 doom. Yours might go do 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 doom, do do, do 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 do, do 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 do, do 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 do. Is one better than the other? No. What I'm saying is you have to find yours. That's what a mapping the guide does. It makes you better. Add value to. Remember this, man. This is what mighty men do. We give value to. When I say everyone have different tastes, I just broke it down. Research has also shown that loud and fast drum beats are also capable of triggering the alpha state of the brain waves. So there really isn't what? A wrong choice. You see you see? It's not when somebody, and when people come to you like that, they be like, oh man, here you go. They come in with the dogmatic perspective. That's not what we're here to do. We're here to show you that this brain, and when you understand the hippocampus, when you understand that Sophia, when you understand what's operating right here, that's the glory. We're not going to deny this. I'm telling you. Now we can even have this form of visualization. See, this is a beautiful thing. I told you a lot of certain, how can I say it? Because I want to be politically correct. Nothing happens on here. They be trying to take me off of the talk. But others use this for power, while others use it to beg and say, once it's all over, you hope you see Big Mama. You see? So when we talk about this visualization, your subconscious mind responds well to what? Pictures. So before writing things, we may be talking about signs and symbols. So visualization is a great way to program your mind with what? Positive, empowering images. Just imagine all the artwork we have. Just like, say, if you've seen the Russian icons or a book I just gave my nobles. I think what's that book I just sent y'all, Noble Malik? Moors Dress. I forget the name of the book. I just sent it to y'all. I can't even think of the title of the book. And in the
I have to check.
huh?
I had to check.
Yeah.
So much.
And in the book, I think I just sent it today. But in the book, it shows so much, of in our natural attire with our turbans, with our feathers on. Just research 1700 Moorish jacket. Anybody? I'm just throwing that out here. 1700 Moorish jacket, and then see what you get. You'll see some things. But I got this book. I think it's called Moors Dress as Moors. I forget the name of the book, and it's written by Italian, and it's just showing things. It's just showing things. When I say, man, it's not. I'm not here to say what it is and what it ain't. I just want you to see.
It's Moors clothing, social distinction, and ethical. What is it? Ethnicities in early modern Iberia.
You say what?
So Moors dressed as Moors. That's the title.
Okay.
Moors dressed as Moors.
Iberian now. And see, and a lot of people that deal with me, they were like, they dropped a message because this young lady that I went to GCU with, she was a young student and she followed me. She on my other platform now. And she was like, you talked about the Iberian. She was like, you showed that when you went to the Greek restaurant with your nobles. And the pictures in the back, when people be talking about those, some Anunnaki and my Russian brothers that own the store, and they're Moors, they're like, no, that's you. Remember with me and Barclay and he like, no, that's you. He like, that's you, the Iberian, the Moor. That ain't no Anunnaki. We was cracking up. And so it be dropping bombs. Where they say they're from where? Iberia?
Yeah.
Yeah, same place.
Iberian Peninsula.
But let's proceed because we got a little bit more time. We on great time. We building the mind. But we have to do this visualization to reprogram our minds, and these are exercises. You have to do these things every day, You can visualize these things.
Absolutely.
And don't let nobody tell you, brothers and sisters, I'm telling you, others use it for power and others use it to keep certain ones on their knees and ride you like a surfboard. Oh, this is, money is the root of all evil. No, it ain't. Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 19. Wine is made for laughter, but money trumps all. Fulfilling relationships, having passion, understanding, building, linking up, getting the things that should be for you. These are the things that it's nothing wrong with that because we're doing the mighty work. You should want to be okay. I tell everybody, it ain't nothing wrong to have your cup running over. Why? Somebody else can have their cup runneth over. And they say, keep patting you on the back. Oh, it's going to be all right. No. That's not how this works. We can visualize these things even further. That's why we're supposed to emit strong positive emotions while we picture ourselves doing these wonderful things together in our mind. Allowing feelings of what? Gratitude, peace. That's why our 5 pillars. That's why I don't understand it. Where your love, where your truth, where your peace, where your freedom, where your justice, because I don't be seeing it. We're supposed to be living in a beautiful experience. Work has been done. And so our subconscious mind will absorb the messages as if they are real. And this is the true beauty of visualization. The power to bypass limiting messages and focus on what? The pleasing images. All of which are being absorbed right into your subconscious to be replayed later on. Think about this wisdom and this power, man. All that other stuff is meaningless. All these brothers out here sound like in living color. Y'all remember the episode on Living Color when he was playing the Muslim? He was in there using all them big words, but he in jail. And the qualifications of the 9 millimeter of the hypothesis. Like, come on, man. We're talking about real affirmations are another effective way to install positive messages into your subconscious, It's certain things to put in play. You must word things positively in the present tense. So you can use words like, I am confident and successful, not I want to be, but I am confident and successful rather than I will be confident and successful, because you must change, and that focusing on a future condition does not compute with your subconscious mind. Let me say that again. Focusing on a future condition does not compute with your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind only knows right now. That's why I say time. You talk about time, man. I'm not talking. I'm out of time. I'm in outer space. Come on, man. That's why I say I'm under no man. Man. Some paper, Man, please. Also, you must use these positive affirmations when we say, I am not a failure. It's computed as, I am a failure, since your subconscious cannot process negatives. Watch this simplicity of this breakdown. When we call up the corresponding feelings, saying, I am wealthy, while feeling poor, only sends conflicting messages to your subconscious. Because whatever words you're saying at this specific time, it strives to feel the corresponding emotions because your subconscious will be more apt to believing exactly what's happening. That's why I repeat with my nobles. That's why all my nobles say, no, Sheik teach in a circle. He's like, if you get in, and you will be able to get on a circle. I broke it down in a DAP class yesterday, one of the signs and symbols. When the snake, you think is eating his tail, I broke it down. I broke down a lot of symbology that's synonymous to the same thing. The affirmations don't work if you say them just once or twice. This recital must be in you through the day, through the night. Ponder on it, meditate on it, sleep on it. Write it down. Write notes to yourself. Stick them on. Do whatever you need to do to get you from this level to that level. Just seeing the words written down will be sufficient for your subconscious to absorb the information. I'm showing you something that's powerful. Why? If you're like a napkin, and if it's something you put that napkin on the table, it's going to absorb whatever come to the napkin. Now imagine this napkin is your brain, and imagine it absorbing this is this wisdom that I'm talking about. Your brain is going to soak it all up. Why? Because that's what it's programmed to do. And just seeing the words written down is sufficient for your subconscious to do what? Absorb the information. You want to absorb it. That's why the text said, man, let me just touch a piece of Noble Malik garment. Why? Because it's holy. It's sufficient enough. Let me just peek through the window. I'm telling you what I know, just seeing the words written down. We're talking about your subconscious. We're trying to program this mind. I'm telling you, it's a powerful tool. I'm telling you, man. Even when we talk about binaural beats and things, like.
What was those old commercials back in the 80s? They said a mind is a terrible thing to waste. You ain't putting nothing good into it. You're wasting it. You're wasting away.
Like it's some things, man, that they haven't talked about, like sound waves, how people have listened to this auto programming and are like overwhelmingly positive. Like I'll give you a little reference. It was discovered in 1839 by physicist Henrik Wilhelm Dove and later made popular by Gerald Oster in 1973. It was this like binaural beats has been steadily gaining recognition and respect among scientists and doctors as a tool for cognitive and neurological research. So neurological studies have shown that our brain waves, fall into a specific frequency depending on what you're doing at any given time. Gamma, when you're engaged in certain motor functions. Beta, when you're fully conscious and actively concentrating. Alpha, when you're relaxed. Theta, when you're drowsy or lightly sleepy. Delta, when you're in deep sleep. Binaural beats results when two tones are played at different frequencies. And what happens is you will get a triggering your brain waves to follow a different pattern. What I'm saying is, if you wanted to shift from stress to relax, you will listen to and audio, that triggers the alpha state. And the audio programs can help you reprogram your subconscious mind by creating a more receptive forum for installing positive messages. Research has shown that your subconscious mind is more receptive to new information when you're very relaxed, such as in the alpha or the theta states. Therefore, using brain entertainment, audio programs, along with your affirmations or your visualization, and I say all three, can be a powerful combination because your subconscious mind lets down its defense so it can easily absorb any message you wish to program it. Simply relax and focus on the positive images. I'm telling you, I have like this little hourglass. Like, I'll just tell you a lot of things that I do when I'm, to get into my state, because I just love me. I've been through so much hurt. I have to heal. Like, money don't make me. All my moosies will tell you. I opened up to them when I lost my brother. I was in a dark place, hurt me. My little baby brother looked like a twin. So I just give my life to everything I love and believe in. And I believe my life is charity. And if I have to give, I know I have to have things to give. So I do business. Why? To be able to give. Because our brick and mortar and our temple is coming, man. It's going to be a glorious time. But let's proceed. But the hypnosis, what? Not trying to hypnotize nobody else. I'm talking about you, your voodoo. How do you put yourself in that situation, that hypnosis? It can be effective in much the same way as the brain entertainment programs, except without the use of brainwave altering frequencies. Remember,
mathematical equation.
yes, as a map and a guide, when my brother said, like, a lot of stuff I don't talk about, but we do this stuff when we work out. Remember, I said it's a plethora of ways to use these tools if you know how to use a tool. How? In the so-called days, the so-called slavery days per se, we couldn't have weapons and things, but we use tools to what? As weapons. So stay with me. Tools, these garden tools are weapons. I'm a warrior in the garden. So tools in the toolbox. I'm trying to speak in a certain way. So a map and a guide, when we use this form of hypnotist, we always talk into a more relaxed and what? Receptive state. And we do what? We empowering, we give positive messages to your subconscious mind. Just like when I do the bows, when I do the Tibetan bows, when I start doing my big crystal bows, what I'm doing is putting you in what? A relaxed state. All the time after we work out, what do I tell you to do? Relax and breathe, Kundalini, rising, in, out. We use those Tibetan bows to put you in a relaxed state. We're talking about the same science, but just different tools in the toolbox. To what? To get the same outcome. To get the same outcome. To get the same outcome. And if the map and guide is pure, you should already been on my wave. If what you're looking for is righteous, why? Because I'm explaining it to you in all wavelengths from no biased perspective. And then it's holistic with us. Why? Because these are tools. Let's proceed. So self-hypnosis is another popular tool. You simply use pre-recorded audio programs instead of a live hypnosis session. Like a lot of times I tell brother, hey, if you got YouTube and you can look up those certain frequencies while you're laying down, relax and breathe, put yourself in your state, whatever you like to use to bring your essence there, no matter what incense or this and that, your teas, what herbs you use, whatever you do to get yourself in your relaxed state. And you can do that, and you can hear that voice and you recite positive affirmations while you're in what? Your relaxed state. All these things are done what? In a relaxed state. All these things are done in a relaxed state. Why? Because the Kundalini has to rise. We talk about the subconscious. I'm telling y'all, we convincing the subconscious. We are convincing the subconscious what to do, what we want it to do.
Program.
Come on. They don't hear me, Malik. Contemporary research has shown that hypnosis doesn't put your mind to sleep. In a hypnotic state, your mind is actually hyper aware and is capable of absorbing information at an increased rate. That's why when people be doing that stuff and I be sitting on TV and they be like, "She, well, you know better." I said, "I know." And I said, "I don't bust nobody bubble because I do this in real life. I know, like, you wake up, I don't remember nothing. That's cap."
Well, the two things in your body that don't sleep, your brain and your heart.
Hey, yeah, I told you it's the trick bag is so big, man. When a person be thinking they on the wavelet, and then everything can just be shattered. You know,
it's like brain's always awake because it gotta function the process to make sure the heart's still moving. Because the heart stop, brain go dead. So they synonymously need each other.
Hey, and it just like the Matrix when they saw the shit was flying, looked like a brain with the little spine hanging down. Boy, but that's a whole nother story. But this form of hypnosis, this is for you. Also, it was done as medical, military, and even sports. Famous athletes as Tiger Woods have used hypnosis to gain an edge, per se. He talked about it. But see, here at the BBT, we have the tools. I'm telling you, man. And why? Because practice. Brothers and sisters, one of the most challenging aspects of reprogramming your subconscious mind is that you can't peek inside and see what's still there that might need to be changed. See? Instead, you have to develop a strange sense of what? Self-awareness. It's like somebody walking around know they musty. Man, you know, you have to understand that and change it. So you can catch this self-sabotaging behavior before it gets out of hand. Even so, there are still some clear signs of progress that we can recognize. You begin what? Feeling stronger, more confident, and happier. You find yourself more willing to take these opportunities and get with other people that's in the right element because you're being cleaned. It's like you're dealing with clay and you building something. You say, okay, well, before you put that in the kiln, you got to make sure it's right because you're going to paint it and put it in the kiln. You have to do what's right. We have to do what's right. Our dreams and goals don't seem overwhelming anymore. Just existing. Why? Because we are working in that. We feel a deep sense of inner peace, as if inner conflicts are dissolved. And then your pheromones, we start attracting more opportunities to expand and grow in every area of your life. Because we be looking at a job and I say, man, your job is not your life. I say it's your opportunity to expand what your gift and grow. That's just paying. You got to give credit to the Creator for giving you opportunity to keep your head over float.
This is something you do. Work is something you do.
Yeah, we way more important than that.
Yeah.
But in short, y'all, you know when changes are taking place in your subconscious mind because you'll notice a shift in both your inner and outer being.
And people around you.
Yes. So I wanted to share that a little bit. We got a couple more minutes. I'm gonna give you all this little bit because my brother was okay. Yeah, I got you, brother. I got you. But it's all about the subconscious, y'all, and we can't get into arguing and debating about things that's meaningless. You know, what we here at the BBT as brothers and sisters to break down science.
Talk about celebrities all day and what they think.
Yes.
They don't care nothing about you.
Nope.
They come to your community and help.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Nobles, I'll break down 3 and we're going to get out of here. As I was breaking down symbology yesterday, because I said I'm always give a couple until we get out of here, and I'll hold the picture up. This one, and I always tell people, everything has a dual meaning. It's nothing new under the sun. It's certain people that's not going to reveal these things to you. Why? Because they want to keep you at a subjugated perspective of what? Wisdom. Why? So you can think less of you and more of the other. Think about that. So I'm gonna break down some more esoteric symbology. It's a pictorial called the transition. And I don't know if y'all ever seen that symbology, you know. If anybody see that symbology, so I'm gonna break that down and tell you what that mean. It's transition. And this illustration is a very beautiful and inspiring allegory. It is composed of a number of symbols, each very significant individually, and each contributes the meaning of the whole. The broken column in the foreground, and I'm gonna show y'all, it represents death. It alludes to the physical body of man still retaining, after the death, some of its grace, beauty, and symmetry. The tower in its distance is the church or any spiritual movement or organization. Any uplifted body, anything which contributes toward the development of the inner spiritual nature of man. Through it or its method, one attains the cross, which is the upper center of the illustration. The cross, of course, is the pure mystical significance, has no sectarian meaning, but alludes to spirituality and cosmic consciousness. The flight of the dove from the broken column towards the tower is indicative of the ethereal realm, or the freedom of the soul consciousness from the mortal body. One can also notice a pathway from the tower to a stream in the foreground, the stream alluding to the moving force of life. And a careful scrutiny and analysis of the illustration, it can reveal much other symbology. And it's an unusual allegory. Why? Because if you initiated to sign the symbol to the understanding, you know this. That's why I say I love my brothers, but I know snowmen when I see them, with all due respect. God geometries. I said I'm gonna show y'all a couple more. God geometries. God geometries. Y'all see that?
Yep.
Okay. God geometries. The ancient philosophical adage that God geometries is born out in the significance attributed to these geometric forms. So when we talk about the 7-pointed star, it represents the 7 days of the week. Stay in context. 7 branches to the candlestick of Moses per se. 7 churches of Asia per se. 7 mysterious seals per se. 7 stars in the right hand of the Creator per se. The point of unity of the triangles on the finite and infinite planes. The 8-pointed star, it depicts stability on both the cosmic and the material plane. And when they are at harmony with each other, number 4, or the square, is the symbol of stability and dependability. Twice 4 or 8 depicts stability on both planes. The octagon, emblematic of regeneration. For this reason, very often used for the ground plan of the fonts. Excuse me. The 9-pointed star, emblematic of spirituality, love, joy, peace, temperance, and goodness. 9 as a mystical number alludes to the ultimate completion and final perfection of any great undertaking. It is being the ancient symbol of the triangle. And the triangle in itself is a symbol of perfection in any single undertaking, either of material or spiritual nature per se. Also, the 12-pointed star. It alludes to the disciples, the council of divine wisdom, the gathering of the prophets, the conclave of the holy masters who have dwelt among men. So the material triangle, the dove, the fire, and the flaming heart. They're showing you the symbology. So you can see these things, these pictorials. We break these down. We move the veil. We're gonna move the veil on all these things. Just a few, because I can break all the signs and symbols down with all respect. So this is one of the most esoteric forms of symbolism used by the ancients to express the gifts of the cosmic. It must be remembered that symbols are used to express in a picture form an idea as the artist conceives the cosmic truth. At the top, you should notice the triangle in the form of a symbol of material manifestation. Then you have the dove, the symbol of the soul. It's sending rays through eternal love, which reaches first the flames, whereby all thoughts are purified, remember? And descends to the seven flaming hearts, all symbols of spiritual love, which culminate in the cosmic gifts: wisdom, understanding, counsel, strength, knowledge, piety, and ardor. The straight lines signify water in which all truth have their solution. Remember this. Therefore, the trinity of wisdom, or the unity of wisdom, understanding, and counsel, and the unity of knowledge. That unity of knowledge. Oh, hold on. I got you, brother. Hold on. Let me get that. Oh, man, my finger. Hold on. He like, hold on. You got to take your time. I'm sorry. There y'all go. Boom. But yeah, and a unity of knowledge and water, which is all the truth, have their solution. So that unity, all that stuff, love toward humanity, express intolerance, harmony, and peace. So the law, the sword, the palm, and the cloud. The law, the sword, the palm, and the cloud. Let me show you. If you can see that, my brothers and my sisters, if y'all can see that pictorial.
Yep.
So, this symbol is the combination of the law, the sword of the spirit, and faith. The clouds represent doubt and obscurity, sometimes grief, obstacles, difficulties in life. The palm, victory, conquest, and success. The clouds overlie or obscure the palm of victory, and the table of the law, which rests upon the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Creator. Over all is the sun, the source of light, emblematic of inspiration, revelation, knowledge, and power. It is truly a remarkable symbol. And this is merely the pure mystical interpretation. Each religious sect naturally interprets these symbols in accord with its own doctrines. Watch this. Watch this. Y'all all familiar with this one? Y'all all familiar with that one, I'm sure, right? Everybody familiar with that? Yeah. Yeah. Watch this.
That's the pineal. That's your pineal gland.
Yep.
Or the third eye.
And what they like to say, the all-seeing eye and the triangle. See? Mm-hmm. But watch this. These two symbols combined constitute one symbol. Just like we talk about the compass and the square. In elementary, you had that on your pencil, and the other is just a ruler. Those are two elementary tools. Hello. But let's proceed. These two symbols combined constitute one symbol, which is most enduring of all. That is, its significance today is just the same as it was back then. It is not a symbol which had a meaning for a certain time, brought enlightenment to men's minds, and then was discarded in preference for another symbol or symbols per se, which more nearly approach universal truth. A true symbol portrays a definite law or a definite truth of nature or of the universe, and thus changes but slightly in its form with time. Therefore, the all-seeing eye, as we find it inscribed on the obelisk or the walls or grotto temples in Egypt, or even as we find it used today, has always meant the all-pervading consciousness of the Creator or the universal vision of the deity per se. No matter where man may go across the face of the earth, he can never evade the divine consciousness represented by the all-seeing eye, nor is he outside the vision or the divinity of its system of laws. Also, the triangle is a symbol of what? Perfection. The law of duality. Remember, we say the pendulum swings the same way to the left as it does to the right. You don't take a part of your extremity off to say righteous. No, no, no. You control.
You perfect it.
Yes. The law of duality. You saying something, Noble Malik?
I said that means perfecting yourself.
Absolutely, Noble. That duality, being a universal law, is represented by 2 points of the triangle. And when two different forces or phases of nature are brought together throughout all of nature, what happens is a third condition or thing arises at the point where they will be brought together. That third point or point of materialization is creation and what? Perfection. Thus, yes, come on. Thus, this combination or this synchronicity per se of these two symbols as we have them. Yes. They allude to the perfection of the divine consciousness. It's completeness, Noble Malik. It's thoroughness. It's all embracing nature. Watch this, Malik. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man, I feel good today, man. The Creator is so crazy. Ah, Malik.
Yeah.
You see this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me
circle in a square, a square in a circle, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this. Okay, now what? No, this what I be saying is it's just that simple. It's just that simple.
The geometry.
Yeah. It's just that simple.
Those are one of those is two triangles anyway.
Yeah.
At this point it started two triangles.
All of we can say the Merkaba. We can say all that. Geometrical forms. Geometrical forms.
That's what water makes when you drop it and freeze it.
Malik,
right?
come on.
Geometrical shapes.
So remember, it's in one of the wisdom books. Remember the book we talk about what it's called? Water
and something. Water and I forget exactly, but it's something about water.
Yeah, we got the man. If any of our nobles on here,
went over it like about a month and a half ago or something like that.
I don't think we went.
It's on our page.
Huh?
It's in the teachings. It's on our page.
Yeah.
On our YouTube page. It's in there.
Yep.
Memory and water. That's what it's called.
Yep. Memory and water. Yep.
Yeah. Memory and water.
Yep. Absolutely. It was called Memory and Water. It sure was, Noble. Make sure that's in my text stream because I want to put it in my other file because I'm still in Michigan. If one of y'all got it, can y'all send it to me at the email?
Yep.
Gratitude. So let's talk about this geometrical form and then we're gonna be out here because we've been on here for an hour. So geometrical forms, the first association of mathematics, because that's what I do with. I tell you, I deal with mathematics. If you're a mathematically,
oh my God. Something just came into my hippocampus.
Go ahead, break it down.
You know the afterbirth, right? That memory in the not the placenta.
Mm-hmm.
That memory carries all your memorable DNA for the child. So that's why they have to they're supposed to dehydrate that and use that as and get it turned into pills to benefit the child, because it's memory in there. Because we made up of what, 80% water.
Yep. I'm telling y'all, we have a full library here. All the science connect. If you have a kid and he don't like his life, man, I'm telling you, y'all got to connect this. It's life. This stuff is life changing. I wish I was a young man and had this instead of all the hidden stuff like this, like had a Junior Nobles. I wish I had this as a young man. I wish I met my brothers years ago, but I got them now. We here. So when we talk about mathematics with the laws of nature in a scientific manner, was by, they say, the Greek philosopher Pythagoras, but we know where the wisdom come from. So let's just use that for speaking reference because we're not biased. Did Pythagoras know something? Yes, we know where Pythagoras got the wisdom from. So we're just going to continue to be positive and continue to build on the science. He understood as being minute particles, which combine according to the law of proportion and number. You know, it was him that brought the science to the attention to another area. He contended that the mathematical proportion and assembly of matter that accounted for is geometrically or geometrical design and harmony. That's where all they get it from. Even Plato told them, you know where they got it from? Remember, stolen legacy. Archimedes, Elucid, and other early thinkers assigned to certain geometrical designs, a symbolic interpretation of natural law, which has come down to a lot of brothers and sisters today. I call it just a schoolmaster. In fact, in nature, we do find, as one philosopher aptly put it, that the creator, God, geometricized. Remember, figure 1 alludes to the triangle. The triangle is the symbol of what? Perfection. 2 points represent what? The dual forces of the universe. The third point represents what? Their perfection at the point of combining. Remember the other figure I showed y'all. The 2 alludes to the square, the symbol of what? Stability and soundness. Also the earth, which is earthly things. The other figure, remember figure 3, the circle alludes to what? Completion, the universe without being or without a beginning per se, without an end per se. And the triangle without the circle, it represents what? A perfect universe and eternity. The other figure alludes to eternity of life, being the square within the circle. And then the other figure is the 5-pointed star. And it contains 5 alphas. It is called the Star of Beauty, once called the symbol of health, and held to be a talisman against witchcraft. The 6-point star is the symbol of the Creator. In reality, it is the interlaced triangles, the symbol of perfection of microcosmic and macrocosmic worlds. Perfection in the physical universe and perfection in the spiritual world. It is the symbol of the unity of both phases of existence of which man is aware of. Brothers and sisters, I'm telling you, this is a craft. A lot of things if I show hieroglyphics and I say, you can't get me with Euro or centric or Negrocentric propaganda. Why? Because if I have the alphabet, I'm going to decipher what? No matter what language it is. If I have the lexicon, I don't have to listen. I can take my time. I can decipher it. Why? Because this part of my craft, I'm going to tell you exactly what it says. So if I show you things like this, and then I'm going to show you how to decipher it. Why? Because I know the alphabet. That's why. This stuff is not hard. We could do this in a coffee shop. It's not hard. Remember, the first attempt by man to convey ideas from our minds of another were how? Signs and symbols, line, angles, curves. Remember, signs and symbols of the primordial man by Albert Churchward. Attempting to form, pictures of your mind. So I want us to be careful to study these hieroglyphics, and when people telling us things, it'd be like, no, man, we must be right in everything that we're doing. Why? For the synchronicity, for the unity. That's what I promulgate here, man. So I want to stop right there because it's a lot more different signs and symbols. And next time we're gonna put some pictures up. I'll give y'all. Y'all ever seen the pelican?
It's called the hidden messages in the water.
Yeah, I think Noble Dante has sent it to me. I think somebody sent it to me.
Did.
So Nobles, a lot of stuff that I bring to y'all, man, I've been introduced. I'm gonna always be transparent for my brothers and sisters. I have to be transparent because it's nothing true. I mean, there's nothing new under the sun. But what I'm telling brothers and sisters, you have to be initiated into wisdom and understanding. How am I gonna know something that I don't know? How I'm gonna know something is valid if I don't put it to the test? I only can know what I know.
Prove all things, hold fast to what is good.
Yes. And that's why I tell brothers and sisters here at the BBT, we don't put a cap to nobody wisdom. We can't. We more than what somebody tell us. We got these people got us on our knees. Who? These brothers and sisters to try to say the Bible and the Quran are two different things. Because one will say Abraham and one will say Abraham. My brothers and sisters, it's time for us to have solidarity. The capital, the Q, the more, the Hebrew Israelite, all that stuff, man, the right ones have to come together. It's nothing, it ain't nothing else I can say or do. It's tell brothers, let's build this temple in our city of Flint. I have a full library. This right now, one of the books my noble was talking about had a divine intervention in his brain, was like Sheik. It's just like the water and the crystals. And then reference scholarship, he can reference a book, a piece of wisdom that everybody need. We have a full library. This is what we're talking about when things have synonyms and things synchronize. The science synchronized. We could talk about water and crystals and relay it to what? Auto-suggestion and relay it to what? Everything that we're talking about. And this is what I say, we're resurrecting what need to be spread through the pulpits. There's nothing wrong with the gospels and the teachings, but we need to be taught the right way, my brothers and sisters. And we can't be afraid to contextualize the science that fits how it should fit. This is all I'm saying. And a prophet and an angel is no good in his own country. So if we know that, we should change the variable. It's nothing that I promulgate. No preacher, no one can go against what I'm saying. With all due respect. With all due respect. And that's why I always cast my net out. I tell brothers and sisters, man, we have digressed. Why? Because we in a time where we're supposed to be celebrating. We're in a time where we're supposed to be coming together. Why? We're in a time that we got social media where people can just pop up on here in a heartbeat. Like, look how the vibration is so fast that people can spread the news and people can go viral. People be on here doing fake testimonies and people be donating and then people be having hundreds and thousands. The same vibration can go with what we doing. The same thing, the same way people say we gave this person millions, this person didn't do this. Okay, well, I didn't give it, but we real right here. We can do the great thing. And this is what I tell us, man, it's on us. If we say we're not being educated right and we educators, well, why are we not educating our own? Why are we not putting our nickels together? People be always talking about the other man ain't gonna give you an opportunity. Well, I commend Tyler Perry for what? Open his own studio. People got the bag and be, how you a multi-millionaire? You a whole bunch of people. And y'all talk about you can't get nobody will hire you. Well, create your own. You got millions. How many Maybachs do you need? Think about what I'm saying, y'all. We have the opportunity to do something. I tell people, use me. We have a full library. Anything you need, brothers and sisters, hit me up. Share the wisdom. And that's what I want to share with everybody, man. Y'all, thank y'all for y'all time. But this is where we end. Anybody can ask any questions, like I said, any books that y'all need, even though we have companies, y'all can hit me, inbox me, and I give you bundles. I offer free books every day. So what I'm saying, brothers and sisters, I just believe it's a shift. It's a shift happening, and I knew it was going to happen. What? Where the truth is going to be revealed, and everyone is going to be showing how they are. Both hands is going to be played. You know, it's no more. Nobody's playing poker face anymore. You know, This is what I'm saying. Everybody, everything how people feel, they're telling you. Look what I'm saying. Look at it's a shift that's happening. It's almost like when things have to be what? Reborn. What? Things have to be destroyed. Understand what I'm saying? Everything is being revealed, y'all. And if things being revealed, what? Like a clean glass. And I'm sure we can see a clean glass. I'm sure we can see this, man. And this is all I want to share with my brothers and sisters. It's nothing wrong with our brothers and sisters that's doing good things and need support. Just like we support athletes, just like we support rappers, and I ask them what do they do in the community. If they do good things in the community, so be it. But if we want to do good things and we have a good thing going on, I really believe people should support. Once again, if you're into reading, if you're into studying, brothers and sisters, I have a full library. I can give you so many ebooks for donations. But I want us to come together. Please share this, y'all. And like I said, we hear from no biasness, but I really want to start hearing from people, so we can continue to clean up from the inside. So we can continue to really, really see what's going on. Because I know a lot of people, like I know Empress has got nephews and cousins that's in calamity. I know an Empress say where her nephew say he a conflict and he in trouble and this, that, and the other. And I'll be like, because a lot of things is not real. So it's okay to have real discussions, y'all, but we're not here to debate. And I just wanted to say that because somebody was like, man, thank you for answering questions. No problem. But we're not here to debate, y'all. I can answer questions from a inquiring minds, want to know per se, and want to know the right way, but I'm definitely not interested in debating or none of that stuff or going back and forth with no one because truth has no sides and everything that I speak on can be easily researched. So with that being said, man, thank y'all, man. Malik, you got anything?
No, I always have gratitude for the message, gratitude for you being here, spreading the word, always, are a giver, whether it be things or, books are of interest, just for being you, man. And thank your parents as well for your existence, because they are your creators. So we pay high honors to both of them too, for you being here. So with that, we have a lot of gratitude for you teaching and taking the time to get back to the way you taught, how you attracted us to be here, right? Mm-hmm. So with that, we say gratitude. It's been a full circle.
Yeah, and Malik, we talk about this, man. That's why I said I'm always okay to talk about things. Like in our brain, we have these so-called 12 different reactors. In your body, your body go through seasons per se until you get to a place of nirvana. Once you reach that peak, and it's no matter if you're a leader or not, just like we are, once you hit that peak, then that's it's there. And you have to get to that peak. Your spiritual level, your understanding have to get there. And that's why when a lot of people be in this, they be like, man, you don't know how much hurt and disappointment they go through. I've been through that. Everything I do now is joy. So I have a joy. That's the only thing I'm teaching. I don't care about none of this other stuff. I said, I'm done with that. I teach joy because everything else is simple to me. This is what get man to the next level. Everything else is my expertise. You have to catch me in my expertise to want to do business in that. But I'm not talking. I'm done. That's a low vibration, man. For me, Malik, and that's a low vibration. Why? Because we know better. So I give gratitude. For you, man, for always holding that mirror up. Because that's what we do with each other. We put the mirror around. We okay with this. This is how we keep each other in that right perspective. This is that snake. So I give gratitude to my noble Malik, be like holding that mirror up to me like, look, you meant the love. He's like, we meant the love. You got way more. Yeah, I'm like, man, I do. The doubt and the frustration, man, Malik, the expectation have to go away. And the expectation, you'd have to be in the now. Caught up in time.
That was a conversation we had about a few months back, though.
Yes. Caught up in time. Like, man, I can take this job for these 150,000, continue on this. Like, I'm worried, but then I'm looking back. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, expectations. Man, I don't have no expectations. I don't have no expectations. What? I have gratitude. And when you have gratitude, all you speak of gratitude, and everything that you touch, everything you be around, it exudes. That's what it's the vibration. Like my mom said, she like, boy, you got a halo on your head. Why? Because gratitude. Why? I have to, you get to that nirvana state and you stay there, you want to be there. And that's the whole thing in life. How do I keep this nirvana state on at all times? This work, this practice. I ain't say perfect. I ain't say perfect. I said practice. Why? Because I'm in the flesh. I have to continue to do what? To work on this. Because, hey, I done been through some things. I know how to get low. You know, you understand? I know how to get low. It's in us. It's all in us. We know how to get low. I understand, and that's just for me being a map and a guide and a sheik to a group of brothers and sisters and other people that depend on me, man. I give you gratitude, Noble, for always holding that mirror up and be like, Sheik, find your joy, you know. And it's just an honor to be around good men, you know, like yourself, Noble Malik. It's always an honor, you know. And accountability is I love it, you know how we operate. But you're 100% right, man. I've been dealing with my nobles, man. They met me in my store. I was in a place of love. I'm speaking to them with science, doing business with all different nationalities. It's a place of love. And so once you get to that state of love and you hit that peak, all you can do, exhume it. So I give gratitude to you once again, Malik, because I can give you kudos all day. You know that, for being my brother, man. You know that. You know that. You know that. I can testify all day. All day. And a lot of times I think this heal other people. You know, I told y'all when I lost my brother, I was in a dark place, even though I was a leader. I was hurt. I didn't trust nobody. Like, and it's still a thing that plays with me, you know, because I always deal with the spirit, and the spirit always tell me right. So I can't turn my back on what the spirit tell me anymore. No matter how I feel, I always have to deal with the spirit. But it was a point when my brother died. I couldn't deal. I was like, I'm not dealing with men, you know. But where we at now, and what I see, that void, to how we help each other, how we heal each other, and how we like walking testimonies for each other. I see this is what heals the world. What? That example. So once again, man, all I can say is gratitude. I can speak joy all day long. I don't need no paper or no script to come from the heart and testify, because I love it. I love to testify. I love to talk about the glory within and overcoming. I love to talk about how when the mind is focused, you can do anything. You can encourage a young man or a young woman that might be in a dark place and been through some things and say, okay, well, now you're going to be a testimony and you're going to be able to help the next person. Why? Because there's somebody just like you, and we're going to have to find her. Why? You know her. We're going to reach out. That's the glory. This is it. I get it, man. I get it, man. I really do, man. And we focus on so much stuff that beats us down, and we deplete ourselves. What? Our mind is, our body is so depleted while we're focusing on all this other stuff. Here it is. I'm getting ready to be 50 years old. Doctor, like you in amazing shape. Like you got it. He didn't believe it. Like you run how many miles a day? You lift how many weights? I'm showing him me and my brother and them working out. He like, huh? He like, you what? Yeah, I'm like, yeah. He like, this is crazy. You know? And I'm like, no, I'm like, this is real. And so when people see us, and then this is a real brotherhood. The wisdom is real. If you be around our brothers in just regular life, the conversation be real. Why? Because we real men. It's going to always be love. And so, once again, man, if y'all looking for science, y'all looking for history, we're right here with love, truth, peace, freedom, justice, and we out of here, man. Let's get our prayer and we out. I'll pull up our benediction. I'm sorry.
All right. Allah, Father of the universe, Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is our protector, our guide, and our salvation by night and by day. It was like Prophet Drew Ali, Amen, Ashe, Shalom Aleichem, Arshism, Hotep, peace, 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 Ashe.
Peace, 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 peace. And our benediction reads as such. Excuse me. May the benison of Allah be upon thee and thine always, as thou should strive to be a credit to Allah. Make haste to bestow thy acts of love upon our brothers, and do our best to shun all evil ones. Remember to take suckle of the breast of knowledge, wisdom, fortitude, charity, love, and all standing, that we all might nourish the souls of all men and women. Let the truth be thy shield in the manifest battle of falsehood. We must understand that we never need to pick the lock to the gates of paradise by means of petty or criminal theft. For behold, the keys to salvation already rest within our own hands. And yes, even though a portion of our nature is weakness, instability, inconstancy, there is still the greater part of our nature that is divine. May Allah, Buddha, Confucius, Yahweh, whatever name you glorify, may it guide you, may it preserve you, may it lengthen your age, and may it give you everlasting peace. El Rahman, El Rahim, Yahak, Yamuhamid, Ashe, Shalom Alaikum, peace, 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 Hotep. But as we close, peace, 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 peace.
Peace. And we out of here.
And we out of here.
MyPDFBooks.com. That's books with a Z.
Once again, this broadcast has been brought to you by MyPDFBooks.com. That's books with a Z, where reading funds the mental. Also brought to you by BindingBooks.com, where treasures are bound. Be sure to get all of your teas at My Son's Teas, the tea of teas, divinely prepared at herbsofmyaunt.com. Be sure to check out all of those musical stylings by Brian Hicks Spade at bhspademusic.com. For your everyday items and religious regalia, be sure to check out MorrisHaberdasher.com. And for that everyday especial Morris drip, be sure to check out MorrisSachi.com. And all of these companies are powered by ALO Design Pros. Design your online business strategy today. No such thing as failure, baby. Don't forget who made you. You can't be thinking minor when you need to be thinking major. They made you think they saved you, but they can't nobody save you.
Oh. Peace. Gratitude, everybody, for tapping in. Love y'all. Peace.